I didn't wake up my grandma today. Sorry.
Let's say goodbye and see you soon to those who have come to see us off. せーの、行ってきます。
Some nights I stay up, catching in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a job. Some nights I realize I still see your ghost, but I'm still not sure.
My name is Sam Ansley. I'm the International Director on the 86th Peace Boat Global Voyage. So Peace Boat as an organization was established in 1983, and it's a non-governmental, non-profit organization that's based in Japan. And even though it's based in Japan, it operates all over the world. When it started in 1983, Peace Boat was started by 4 university students at a university in Tokyo. During that time in Japanese history, the Japanese government was revising the textbooks which were used in Japanese junior and senior high schools, and they were revising the parts of the textbooks which talked about the Second World War. And this sparked a lot of anger in the rest of Asia that had been invaded by Japan during the Second World War. So they thought the simplest thing to do was basically just to go to those places and ask them directly. And so from the very beginning, Peace Boat has always been about connections between people as equals. And in the 1990s, we then expanded to round the world voyages.
This is the 16th voyage I have been on Peace Boat, and 16 years ago Peace Boat was totally different, and as an NGO they had a very clear theme and specific purposes and for this boat, and I found it totally different from the one I knew in 10 years. And what is this? And all the sofas were occupied by the seniors doing some taking naps and everything. Wow. And where's the extras?
Here is nobody know anybody. You get 850 people on the Peace Boat in Yokohama, and you go 105 days. And this is the program, and you are participant. And I like what I get. I get message from Tokyo like in April, May. Remember, this is not cruise ship. This is Peace Boat, and you are participant. You have to participate on specific activities, and you have to make friends with other fellow participant. And these are like the motto, because it's not cruise ship. I will be not interesting to do voyage around the world by cruise ship, which will be fancy like shopping, floating shopping mall and fancy 5-star dinners, breakfasts, lunches.
Hello, my name is Toshiko Tanaka. I survived 1945's atomic bombing in Hiroshima. Hibakusha is how we call all the survivors in Japanese. I studied to open up and share how horrible and devastating it was to be a victim of the war when I turned 70. It is a miracle for me to be able to tell you my story today. When I was only 6 years old, I was on my way to school around 8 o'clock in the morning. Somebody shouted, B-29, the enemy bomber. 8:15 a.m. I looked up the sky and saw a tremendous flash. As strong as several thousand strobe lights flashing at once. Everything went white, and I couldn't see. I remember going into the house and seeing through our gradually damaged roof a small patch of blue sky. Although I was crying in pain, I thought it was so beautiful. The impression of the blue sky sank deep inside of me. It had encouraged me to live even until today. As time passed, the bands on my skin became less visible. But the emotional wounds and damage from the radioactivity remained. I decided to spend the rest of my life dedicated to my art and testimony. Since 2009, I have shared my testimony with students in high schools and colleges. So I have one request for young people. Please go out and make close friends throughout the world. Please choose the path to coexist regardless of your differences, including nationality and race. There are many people working toward nuclear-free world. For instance, ARCAN is a global campaign to promote all countries to initiate negotiations for the treaty banning nuclear weapons. I wish with all my heart that one day soon, while I am still alive, the United Nations will set a treaty banning nuclear weapons, and the world can take the essential step in need toward world peace. And the beautiful blue sky will continue to shine above the head of our future generations. Thank you for coming.
Other managing committee members of our organization, so Manisha, Kamla, Pooja, Maha. So I know all these names right now. So, and before lunch, we'll be visiting the house of Yogesh is here. So Lo, the coordinator for this boat, she told me that it will be good for you to visit one of our houses, how we are living and so on.
In Voces, we live in harmony. Hindus, Muslim, Christian, Tamil.
So we'll be having more friends who will be joining us during our activities and also for during lunch. And some of the friends just joined again. And right now, so just to tell you that we'll be proceeding for the cooking of Indian sweets. So if you could ask Mr. Sujo's place, we have his place. And so the football and pétanque. First, we'll all proceed to the place where we will be cooking, and then we see how many of you are interested to play pétanque and football. So then we'll disband to see how to arrange.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much. あとこのように皆さんと一緒にご飯食べますからね。いろんなところに混ざって。
折り紙
today we are going to talk about women, being a woman in Madagascar, and how the women live in Madagascar inside of a male-dominant society. In Madagascar, we still have the arranged marriage. So, girls are married as young as the age of 9 years old. What the girl can do? The girl don't have the right to study up until whenever she would like to stop. She is forced to be married. If she decided to run from the village, like she's going to be more vulnerable in town. So the only choice that one girl have in the rural area is to accept the arranged marriage. However, there are lots of group of women that fighting against this culture and try to make it fit within the civilization that we're living in now. So in general, women in Madagascar are not allowed to work and only staying home, make babies, look after the household and the family, but it's slightly changed in town. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming and attending this last lecture.
A realidade social de Moçambique, todo mundo anda com pressa, porque cada qual tem sua preocupação. Sim. Há problemas, não há problema, facilmente esquecemos os problemas do outro, porque temos sempre um novo problema. Sim, por isso que todo mundo anda sempre, primeiro, seus problemas que tem na cabeça, por essa razão que andamos sempre com pressa.
Hi, my name is Kolwane Mantu, better known as Barco. The AYE started in the very mid-80s during the apartheid era in South Africa, when after 1976 June riots, the uprising for the students, there was nothing else to do because our schools were closed. So anybody who had a little skill on anything would start teaching their friends whatever skills they had, just to keep their minds going. And that's how the AYE eventually got started. It was actually, a launch in 1987, and till today it's still going, very strong. And it now participates almost every year on Peace Boat, the best place.
My name is Chido. I'm from Kurdistan. I came to South Africa 2001, and because of the political reasoning, and Turkish government, they burned down our old villages, and we couldn't go back. I mean, we couldn't stay there. And this is the reason I'm here, of course, in South Africa. It was all political. I was active in the politics in Turkey, also for the Kurdish rights. What is make a nation's identity? It's your language and your culture. If you take their language away, let's take your identity away. Like we are 45 million Kurdish people in total, but 25 of them, they are only in Turkey. Rest of them, they are between Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Turkish government is very insecure, doesn't want to give the right of the Kurds because they don't want to lose half of their country. Syria is same, and then Iran is same. Iraq is a little bit better now after they kind of executed Saddam Hussein, but Turkish government always try to put conflict in Kurdish area in Iraq, that Kurds, they will not have peace there because they think that if, which they are right, they think if the Kurdish people, they are going to be comfortable in north of Iraq, of course it's going to affect Turkish part as well, and then they will demand rights as well. And this is how they feel insecure. You know, this is, and also there is this new map of the Middle East, divide and control. You know, a lot of people has been killed by third force. A lot of them, they've been jailed. Right now we have, and 17,000 of them, they've been just disappeared. This is not a crime, this is a genocide. Just think one mother carried this child 9 months in stomach, and after gives birth, doesn't sleep, doesn't eat mother, feed the child and take care of the child, and child come 20 years old and child gets killed. Why? Why? I mean, what is the reason you coming, the child from my own body, from my own blood, I give that much years, I put that much energy, and all of a sudden you come and take it away. Who is going to pay for this one? Our song in our mother tongue. We want to, teach our children Kurdish. We want to teach our traditions and cultures and values and norms. ISIS really killing them, killing the Kurdish people. But we have to look what is the reason behind it. You know, who is behind ISIS? How comes that ISIS become very powerful all suddenly? Because who supported ISIS to fight with Gaddafi? Why they went to kill the Kurdish people? I mean, those are their own questions. I mean, this is, of course, there are answers. Who's supporting the ISIS? Turkish government supporting that, America supporting ISIS, Qatar supporting, Saudi supporting ISIS because they try to keep the balance in the Middle East. And then they can use the ISIS against the Shias. We don't have any international support for the Kurdish people in Kobani. And Kurdish people, most of the fighters who fight against the ISIS, they are women. Yes, they are the one women who are fighting against ISIS. But we have got the guerrilla movement, PKK. I think 10,000 of guerrillas, they're the female. South Africa, because as a Kurdish woman, I'm from Middle East. I mean, when you walk on the street, you cannot smile. Really, you have to be very serious. You know, you walk on the street and you have to stay like that. And then now South Africa is a multicultural. You know, everybody's smiling, hello, hello, hello. I'm like, why these people are laughing? What is all about? You know, I was 21. It was for me was very interesting that because everybody's smiling. When they look at me, should I smile or not? You know. And it was a huge cultural clash.
今日の一番、今これが10時がここなんです。これが一番正しい正確な分と秒です。でここに似たような次の会場に変えます。非常に遅いと思うでしょ。あれは遅くないんですよ。時間かかってもしっかり名前を確認しながらみんな逃げていくんですね。
青春時代の真ん中は道に迷っているばかり二人はもはや美しい
their decision to come to this boat is a big challenge. And at that point, they have done a big job to decide the biggest decision in their life, So they are really, they want to appreciate those opportunities to experience the new things, or they are really eager to have their new life on this boat. In that sense, this Japanese society is not a similar society that we have in Japan, back in Japan. But still, our characteristic is the same. So this boat is a miniature Japanese society.
Because we have such a focus on mutual understanding, this obviously brings in the aspect of learning. And education is a huge part of any peaceboat voyage. We call peaceboat voyages for a reason. They're not cruises, because the important aspect of these voyages is that we're going to learn, and we're going to share with people. We're not just going as tourists to visit beautiful places around the world.
番左側ですね。
Bueno, che papay, bueno wache, bueno ulcha, bueno mapamalelu. Askin to na ang pangkom fachi puche. Pau male payin tatil. Kamero payin fashiantu, ayugle ayen kom, ayugle tawishan.
Nosotros somos hijos de la tierra. Estamos acá como mapuches guarriache, mapuche de ciudad. Estamos en un cántaro de cemento y necesitamos estar cerca de nuestra madre tierra.
Primero despojo, robo y usurpación, pero actualmente está en una situación de resistencia y creo que se han logrado hartas cosas, pero a la vez también se ha perdido otro tanto más. Y creo que nos falta mucho terreno que recuperar, nos falta mucho que aprender, mucho que enseñarle a los chilenos, a que respeten la cultura mapuche, a que estamos acá insertos, que somos sus vecinos, que somos sus compañeros de colegio y que también tenemos derechos a recuperar lo que es nuestro, a enseñarlo en las escuelas, a contar nuestra historia, no la historia que nos intentan a todo el mundo contar, que finalmente es una historia que oculta mucha riqueza cultural de nuestra cultura. Yo creo que el conflicto nunca va a terminar, como lo decía por ahí un muchacho, hasta que quede un mapuche vivo, va a seguir luchando por lo que era, por lo que es nuestro. Actualmente todo el territorio que era nuestro vive gente chilena. Y no podemos echarlos a todas sus casas, despojarlos a todos, porque ya están ahí. Nosotros los conflictos no es con el chileno, es con aquella gente, Estado chileno, que se está apoderando de los terrenos que son mapuche y que lamentablemente le dan el favor a empresas, grandes empresas, que destruyen la naturaleza y destruyen la cultura. Y no solamente lastima eso, sino que seres ancestrales que son de nosotros, por ejemplo el machi, el lonco, la machi principalmente, que su conocimiento lo toma de la tierra, las hierbas naturales, ella sana a las personas con eso. Al no tener un bosque, al no tener agua contaminada, al no tener eso en medio, ya no puede ser machi. No se es machi si no se tiene una tierra donde vivir. negocio sustentable, ni tampoco un negocio que te permite vivir y reproducirte en un futuro, en un ambiente que sea sano, seguro, libre. Entonces, yo creo que ya, todos nos vemos afectados. Seas mapuche, no seas mapuche, todos nos vemos afectados. Y esto va a seguir, va a seguir, va a seguir, pero nosotros como pueblo originario vamos a seguir peleando por eso.
Pero ahora mismo estoy de vuelta en Lima después de un tiempo fuera, concretamente en España. Me dedico a trabajar en el ámbito social. Siempre me ha atraído el trabajo por aquellos grupos, personas, colectivos más desfavorecidos. Y creo que no solo por formación, sino porque vengo de una realidad en la que hace mucha falta la lucha por ejercer derechos básicos. Mi experiencia en España ha sido trabajar por los derechos sociales de las personas inmigradas, y ahora a la vuelta a mi realidad, a mi país, seguimos, ¿no? Me doy cuenta que el trabajo sigue, que queda mucho por hacer todavía, mucho por reconocernos entre las personas, por respetarnos, porque en la medida que no nos reconozcamos como parte, todos partes, piezas importantes de este mundo, es muy difícil que logremos igualdades, ¿no? O que haya más justicia social. Ahora, aquí en este momento, el gran tema, hay muchos, pero creo que ahora mismo la defensa por el medio ambiente es crucial. Perú, al igual que muchos países de Sudamérica y de rincones del planeta que curiosamente son empobrecidos económicamente, no pobres sino empobrecidos, ¿no? Por un expolio brutal, por un modelo de desarrollo agresivo, violento, ¿no? Que no toma en cuenta a las personas, sino solamente extraer beneficios para unos pocos en el mundo, ¿no? Afectando la naturaleza, afectando el territorio, afectando a las poblaciones que originalmente, ancestralmente habitan y cuidan este planeta. Y en el caso de Perú, en la zona andina y en la zona amazónica, es un problema crucial. Ahora, en este momento, me encuentro trabajando para una organización que acompaña procesos de empoderamiento político, de empoderamiento ciudadano, con organizaciones indígenas que están en pie de lucha por sus derechos, por defender su territorio, porque se les consulte todo aquello que se va a hacer en sus tierras.
Aquí mediante este rap haciendo revolución artística y poética. Rhythm and poetry, the first words to begin this rap. Now everybody feels that we are in a trap. You can feel it one more time when I'm doing this rap, hip hop, click clap. Hey, simplemente sacando, haciendo diferencia, elocuencia, agradecer a la eminencia que siempre me permite tener conciencia, porque lo que hago no tan solo es hip hop, sino es algo que Latinoamérica pueda ya levantar. Ya no quiero que haya más treta, porque el Perú, claro, también, mi hermano, aquí se respeta. Gracias a ti, mi hermano. Esto se llama hip hop, pero latinoamericano.
So I grew up in Papeete, and I went to Hao Atoll, where my mother was a teacher. And on Hao Atoll, I saw 4 times the mushroom of the nuclear testing. So after 75, I went to France to study at the University of Bordeaux, when for the celebration of Nagasaki and Hiroshima day in Japan, there were Ibakusha speaking tour in France, and I went to the city of Bordeaux to listen their testimonies. That was a turning point. I realized at that time that what the French army is doing in Tahiti. All the time I was alone with my pareo on the piece of wood, and I went to the city writing graffiti. That was the only way to make our cause attractive to the media. After getting my PhD in February '85, it was clear in my head that I need to go back to Tahiti. If we want change, the Tahitians should be put on the road. They should show to the world that they are against the decision that will be taken by Jacques Chirac. It's now time to act. That's the meaning of Hidita. We built up the Peace Village with 5 houses. We saw that there are many people coming to the Peace Village. I really met the first Peace Boat people when Yoshioka came to the Peace Village. And first of September '95, that was the first Jacques Chirac bomb. And even we used the streets expecting our voice to be heard. Jacques Chirac denied our existence on our country. It was so frustrating. We met together at the Peace Village, and I was the leader. I asked to the people, what you want to do? And they could tell me, they told me, we cannot accept our rights to be violated. No, we go to the airport. The French gendarmes, they did not know what to do. And because we have trucks, we have people, and the airport was burned. We are not violent at all. The violence is done by one man who thinks that his political power allows him to impose nuclear testing to a people. That's political violence. I can go back now at home. For sure, it will be the end. And it was the reality 28th of January 1996, when he decided to stop forever the French nuclear testing on Bordo and Fongatov Atoll. And in 2013, United Nations General Assembly took that decision to put our country on UN list of a country to be decolonized. Till now, France is still arrogant. François Hollande did not give any answer at all. But the pressure is there, and one day I am sure they cannot escape from that pressure.
There isn't one direct way to build peace. It's a very individual journey. You can take your own actions in different ways to build a culture of peace. So I think in that way, Peace Boat has allowed people, given people the ability to take the initiative, to take action if they want.
Obviously there is like a footprint of Peace Boat in these places and these organizations, but yeah, it's incredibly transformative though, right? I mean, for all of us.
I think that personal connections that Peace Boat creates, in some ways it's one of the best ways to move the world towards peace, in that sometimes we think about more direct action as being like more effective, like, oh, we can go and like build this or have this movement or change this law. So whereas Peace Boat really focuses on what the reality is, on the de facto. And I think that that's really cool. I think that's the thing that I love most about Peace Boat, is that I think it does move the world towards peace in like an effective and slow but steady way.
My conclusion is that the earth is beautiful, like, and the people in its four corners is kind. That wherever you go, you'll find kind people. Because we are like, with all our differences, we're basically the same. That's human nature, and that's something we might take for granted or we already knew. But seeing it, like, becoming a material reality, it's super valuable.
Thank you.